Yeah.
Okay. So welcome back. The next topic is the C programming. Under the C programming fundamentals, we will see about tokens. Okay. So in the previous topic, we have seen about the structure of the C program. So where you have written a program with the preprocessor directives, main, global declaration, local declaration, and etc. When the compiler executes a C program, it split all the parts of the program into tokens. Token is nothing but a chunk of words, small words. Say for example, suppose if you are declaring integer a, then the compiler will split integer as a separate word and a as a separate word. Then it will check what do you mean by integer, int. So already it is declared in the library as int as a data type, inbuilt data type. So it concludes it is an inbuilt data type and substitute the size of the storage area to store that, or it declare the storage area for that variable a in the main memory. So like that, it split all the sentences into separate tokens. So based on the tokens, the C program will be compiled and executed for the user. So what are the tokens we are having? We will see one by one in this video. Okay. So first, alphabets. So you know, alphabets constitute the words. So to construct the words in English language, we are using alphabets. So in the same scenario, in C language, alphabets, digits, and special symbols are used to construct the programming constructives named as constants, variables, and keywords, etc. So the constants, variables, keywords then forms the statement or instructions in the C program. So all together, we can call this as a C program. So now, based on these tokens, we will see about each part of the tokens one by one. Alphabets, you know, in English alphabets, we have 26 letters in caps and small, you know. These are also some special symbols used in C programming. So C tokens is the smallest individual unit of a C program. C program broken into many C tokens, keywords, identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but the variables, constants, strings, special symbols, operators. So these 6 categories are the parts of the tokens. So already we know about commands, so I don't want to spend time on this one. So we will omit command. So we have single line command, multi-line command. Single line command starts with double slash, multi-line command starts with this slash star, and end with this star slash, you know. So this is an example for single line command. So double slash program information. So this is to indicate the reader's understanding. It will not be executed by the compiler, just for the user information. So multi-line command. So this is an example for multi-line command. Okay. Then you can understand the difference between single line command and multi-line command from this table. So go through it. Then these are the inbuilt keywords having special meaning in C language. We cannot use these keywords for declaring variable names. That is very, very important. When you declare a variable name called break, then the compiler will throw an error. So you should not use keyword to declare a variable name. These are the very keywords that are used in C program. So you remember these keywords because often some of the keywords, not all the keywords are often used. Some of the keywords are often used in C programming language. So constants. So constants. Constants are immutable value. That is, you cannot change the value throughout the execution of the program. Throughout the execution of the program, the value should be kept as such in the memory. So for example, pi, the classical example is pi. Pi always 3.14 or 3.14 some rational fraction number. So that don't bother about it. But in general, it is 3.14. Okay. So then 3.14 is used throughout the program. So once you try to change the value of pi by assigning some other value, then the compiler immediately throws an error. Okay, it throws an error. So as per the data type available in C language, we are having integer constant, real constant, character constant, string constants. These are these types of constants. So in the diagrammatically, the constants types are represented in this slide. So numeric constants, character constants, numeric constants, integer constant, real constant. The real constants is further divided into floating point constant, double constants, and exponential. So in the character constant, string constant are the single character constant. So while declaring a character constants, you can have two types, single character constant and the group of characters called string constants. That is enclosed in double quotes. Whereas in single character constant only enclosed in single quotes, that too you can use only single letter for this character constant. So decimal and the integer constants, integer value, whole number is used. That type of constant is called integer constants. 3.14 is example for real constants or the floating point constants. Then identifiers are variables. Identifiers interchangeably called as variables in C programming language. So you can either use identifiers or variables. Variables, as the name indicates, the value is varying throughout the execution of the program. So as per the user convenient or the programmer convenient, the programmer can change the value or based on the calculation or the expression you are using to evaluate the variables, then the value will be changing. That is the concept of variable. So value is not constant. Throughout the execution of the program, it will be varying. So to declare the variable, we need to follow certain syntax. So yes, string or alphanumeric characters that begin with an alphabetical character or an underscore character. So variable name should start with the alphanumeric character or a underscore character. Okay, there are 63 alphanumerical characters. You can use any one. So underscore can also be used as a starting symbol for the variable. So that's up to you. So it depends on the user going to use the identifier. But you need to follow certain rules. So combination of alphabets, digits, underscores is possible, but the first character should be an alphabet or underscore. No special characters other than underscore can be used in the variable declaration. So suppose if you give space, then in the compiler will throw an error. So no command, other special symbol should not be used in the variable declaration. A variable name should not be a keyword. So already you know that variable names are case sensitive. So if you use capital letters, the same name, for example, if you use name NAME in small letter, NAME in caps letter, both are different. Okay. Then this data type variable name is the syntax. Data type, suppose if you want to declare the integer variable name, int a, int b, like that you can declare, or you can declare in int a comma b. So a group of variables under single data type can also be declared. Similarly, variables can also be initialized at the declaration part itself. So this is the declaration of variables. Integer a, b, c, sum, this is integer type. So you can initialize this variable with the whole number only. Then float average. So this is a real variable type or the floating point variable type. So you can store the decimal value. So character name, you can initialize with a single character name in single quotes. Okay. So this is a variable initialization. A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 30. Already you have declared the variable. So this part, integer A, B, C, this part indicates the variable declaration part. A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 30. This is the initialization part. Okay. So you can initialize while declaring the variable. These are also valid. That is integer A equal to 10, B equal to 10, C equal to 10. This is also valid syntax. Then already we have explained about local variables and global variables, the distinction between these two. So you can study that. Then the scope of the variable, very, very important. So local scope means where the variable is declared, it is visible only that block. So if you declare a variable in main block, then it is visible only to the main block. So suppose if you declare global, then it is visible to all the functions in the main. That is local scope and the global scope. Okay. So with this, the variable and constants under these C tokens we have seen. So the rest of the part of the tokens we will see in the next video. Thank you.